Hi, I'm Ian with CaseElegance.com, and today we're going to walk through the seasoning process of the Military Humidor by Klaro. So let's get started. Once you open up your packaging, you will find your seasoning instructions inside. You want to open that up and scan this QR code or go to CaseElegance.com/warranty to register your humidor. Once you register your Military Humidor, you will get access to the Klaro membership. What the Klaro membership is a full year of all the essentials that you need to maintain your humidor. And why you're gonna need this sooner rather than later is because once we're done seasoning the humidor, you're gonna be very low on humidor solution. So you're gonna want to keep your cigars fresh and your humidor seasoned after we're done seasoning it. So with the Klaro membership, we offer 2 different bottles of solution. One that's ideal for winter months and dry climates. So if you live in Nevada or Colorado, this is gonna be great for you. We spent several years dialing in this humidor solution to work perfectly with our Klaro humidors. So you're gonna wanna pick that up. Additionally, we have gel solution packets, and these are great for refreshing your humidor as the seasons change. Last but not least, we include an extra battery with the Klaro membership so that you can stay reading your internal humidity of your humidor. All right, so let's get started seasoning. I'm gonna remove this wood tray and I'm going to take out the packaging. And then I'm going to remove the hydro tray here. And I'm also going to remove this wood tray cover. So first, we want to grab the clear plastic pull tab behind the hygrometer to actually turn it on. And then we're gonna close the humidor. Now this step is really, really important. So we're gonna download an app, a leveling app on your phone, and we're gonna make sure that this humidor is sitting on a level surface. So we're good that way. And then we're gonna check how level it is in the other direction. And then we're good in both. This is really important because we don't want the hydro tray to be spilling any solution inside your humidor. So make sure that's sitting on a level surface. The other really important note is in the front, you'll notice on the right-hand side is a smaller reading that shows the temperature. As you're seasoning and when you're storing cigars, you want to keep this as close to 70 degrees as possible. It'll make your life much easier in not only seasoning, but maintaining your humidor. And another side note about that, make sure that you're not storing this humidor in direct sunlight. It will heat up the box, making your life much more difficult during the seasoning process and in maintaining the humidity. All right, so let's start off with the first step. Now, depending if you live in a dry climate or you're approaching the winter months, we're gonna recommend that you season your humidor with the winter and dry climate mix. Now, if you don't live in a dry climate and it's not a winter month, then let's start with the regular humidor solution. For this demonstration, we're gonna assume that it's not winter and I don't live in a dry climate, so we're gonna use the regular humidor solution. So I'm gonna get a paper towel and I'm gonna lightly dampen the towel with the regular humidor solution, and I'm gonna wipe down the inside combing. Just lightly, we don't wanna get too much, we don't wanna cause any issues there, we just wanna lightly wipe it down to boost the humidity before we start seasoning. All right, so after we wipe it down, we're gonna take the wood cover here, and we're gonna place this on top of the cavity. Then we're going to take the lid off the hydro tray, we're gonna set that to the side, and we're gonna put the bottom of the hydro tray in on top of that wood covering, just like that. Okay, so we're seasoning with the regular humidor solution. I'm gonna take the lid off and I'm gonna remove the foil seal on it. And I'm going to very carefully fill some of the quadrants in the hydro tray. Now make sure that, again, you don't overfill this. We don't wanna cause any spilling. All right, so then we're gonna close this and latch this baby up. Okay, so what we're looking for is a hygrometer reading of 68% or higher for more than 12 hours. Now this can take 3 to 5 days to achieve, so you gotta be a little patient there. Now, if it's not budging at all, we recommend that you open up the winter and dry climate and you pour a little bit of this into each of the quadrants to boost the humidity up. And this should help quite a bit with that. Okay, so now we've achieved 68% for more than 12 hours. We're gonna move on to the next step. So you're gonna take the gel solution packet that comes with it. We're gonna open this baby up again. We're gonna tear the corner off and we're gonna very carefully distribute some of the crystal gels into each of the quadrant of the hydro tray. After you're done with that, you're gonna take the Humidor solution that we're seasoning with and you're gonna pour a little bit of this, just a little bit more, into each of the quadrants to get any of the crystals that maybe didn't immediately soak up some of the solution. And then we're gonna close it again. Now we're gonna wait 6 to 12 hours to allow those crystals time to soak up some of that humidity. Okay, so now it's, we've let it rest for 6 or 12 hours. We're ready to move on to the next step. So now we're gonna look at the front of the digital hygrometer and assess where we're at. If your reading is 70 to 75%, we're just gonna move on to the next step. If your reading is 65 to 69%, we're gonna actually add a little bit of the Humidor solution that we seasoned with in each of the quadrants and move on to the next step. If we're below 65%, we're gonna add the winter and dry climate solution in each of the quadrants and reassess. And if we're above 75%, we're gonna put the hydro tray lid on, carefully remove it, let it rest outside of the humidor for say 24 to 48 hours. We're gonna put it back in and then reevaluate. All right, so we're sitting above 65% and we're good to move on to the next step. So what we wanna do, we're gonna open it back up. We're gonna carefully put the lid of the hydro tray on, and without spilling, we're gonna remove this. Set this to the side. We're gonna lift the cavity tray off, and then we're gonna put the hydro tray in. Again, be really careful not to spill it. And then we're gonna put the wood tray cover on. And then we're gonna close it. Now we're ready to put the cigars in. Now, when you first place the cigars inside this humidor, we are looking for a humidity reading of say 67 to 75%. Why is because those cigars are gonna start soaking up some of that humidity and you should see it, and you will see it probably decline, especially if they're dry. Now, if you need a little boost there, we recommend with the Klaro membership, putting some of the winter and dry climate mix in there, and that should help boost it. Now, when storing cigars, we recommend a humidity level of 65 to 72%. And that preference does change cigar smoker to cigar smoker. And you'll be able to dial that into what you want. Thank you so much for purchasing the military humidor from Klaro. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to us at support@caseelegance.com. Thank you.